What's up? My name is Eden. I'm a singer-songwriter based in Harare, Zimbabwe. If you're new to this channel, I make original songs, content like this, as well as music videos and animations. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, why don't you hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications so that you don't miss a single one of my uploads. And if you're not new to this channel, welcome back. Welcome back to episode 6 of my mini vlog series Behind the Songs, where I take you guys into an in-depth look into my personal life as an independent artist, as well as my creative process and production and things that I get up to behind the songs. So a frequently asked question that I get a lot from you guys is who and what is my inspiration to become a songwriter, and who are some of the artists that I look up to and that have kind of motivated me to become the artist that I am today. And I thought I would just share with you some of the artists and some of my favorite songs and why they are my favorite and why they are my inspirations today. So if I'm being completely honest, this was a very hard video to do because I have so many people that I look up to, so many artists that I listen to, that I look up to, that I'm inspired by on a daily basis. And I love music, all kinds of music in general, so it was really hard to kind of narrow them down because I feel like so attached to every single person that, you know, that comes to mind when I think of who inspires me. So I apologize if this list is long, but this is a list of people in no order of importance, and a list of songs which inspired me to be the songwriter I am, and even just inspired me to learn how to play the guitar and to produce and to, you know, write my own songs and that kind of thing. So if I think back to when I started listening to music and when I fell in love with music, one band always comes to mind, and that's this band called Switchfoot. So one of my favorite songs of theirs, and probably the first one I've ever heard of theirs, is a song called Dare You to Move. Another one of my favorite songs of theirs is called Let You Go. Another artist that like really inspired me to take music seriously and even just, you know, push myself out there to have like more confidence on stage and stuff is Tori Kelly. And I probably like her too much. She's like more than just an inspiration to me. She's like a muse, I think. Discovered Tori Kelly, I was just in awe because we have so much in common, and I'm not gonna name like the most obvious thing, but she plays guitar and she sings and she produces her own music, and she does like both worship and secular songs, and even her secular songs as well have so much like hope and encouragement, and she just inspires me so much as a songwriter. And one of my favorite albums of hers is Unbreakable Smile, which is her first album. I love everything that she stands for and the way she presents herself as an artist, and even just her story is so inspiring. Like, she's someone I look up to a lot because she's gone through so much rejection and she never once, you know, compromised or gave up who she was. I also like that she plays guitar and she has curly hair and, you know, all those little things that I feel like we have in common. Not to mention the vocals. Girl snapped. Like, I think she's honestly the best vocalist, live performer in the music industry right now. She's a living legend and people don't give enough credit, honestly. Another artist that really inspired me, Mariah Peters. It was a friend of mine who actually told me that she thought I was a lot like this artist, so I looked her up and I see a lot of similarities in the way we write stuff. Another artist that I really look up to when it comes to like songwriting and production is Jamie Grace. And I really appreciate the way she writes her own music. She produces her own stuff. Like, she makes her own animations. Girl be like posting YouTube videos. Girl does everything herself, and I'm so inspired by female artists who can do so much and are so diverse. Another artist that also inspired me is Kina Granis. She has like her own record label. I don't think she ever got signed. Like, she just built her own community of support of like friends and family on Patreon and YouTube, and she has this amazing community of people that support her. And I'm just so inspired by artists like that because she never like once strayed away from who she is, and she stuck to her guns. Basically, she just decided to start her own record label instead of conforming to the standards of the hypersexualized, generalized pop star of today has to be. And a lot of her music is very acoustic and mellow and like laid back, and I love the way her songs are so detailed. She's a descriptive writer, and the way she describes her life and her emotions is so apt and so comprehensive. The way she captures emotions is just so stunning. So a lot of you have probably started wondering, like, when am I gonna mention local artists? And if I'm being completely honest, this is when I'm like exposed, you know. But if I'm being completely honest, I never really listened to much local music growing up. I think I was just drawn to more like rock and like contemporary pop and that kind of things. Only now, as I'm growing older, I'm starting to appreciate what's coming out of my own country. But that only came like recently, and you guys have probably noticed that I've been like experimenting with Afro pop and experimenting with dancehall and that kind of thing, and singing Shona songs, because pretty much my whole life I didn't really appreciate the music of my hometown. But with that being said, I always remember growing up enjoying Oliver Mtukudzi. I appreciate the way he wrote songs to talk about social justice issues, which is something that's so close to my heart, and the way he talked about our country and the things that were going wrong, and the way he wanted to inspire change. So I think he's probably the only artist that I looked up to growing up in terms of songwriting. Now I'm probably going out of the country again, but I cannot fail to mention Matthew Mo, who's not Zimbabwean, he's South African, but he's also one of my favorite artists. When I say I stalk this man, I need to probably stop stalking this man. Like, I love his aesthetic, I love the way he chooses, you know, the colors in his videos and the messages of his songs. Like, one of my favorite songs of his is called I'm With You. I look up to him so much. Like, I aspire to be an artist like Matthew Mo sometimes. I'm just like, can I just be this man? But yeah, those are the artists that inspired me to be the artist that I am today and the singer-songwriter that I am today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in next week's video for Behind the Songs. By the way, do you know that I'm running a fundraiser? I am currently assisting a non-profit organization called Batanai Muyamure to sink a borehole on their property. They take care of 62 orphans and vulnerable children in Gweru. And guys, I'm so excited to announce that we have enough money to sink the borehole. We're just currently fundraising for the hand pump. So if you or someone you know might be interested in donating to this cause, you can find all the information down below in the description box, and I hope to check you later. Bye.